continuing our work with Vocabulary List 5. Number 29, theaomai, a verb that ends in mai and a middle ending. It's the word from whence we get our English word theater, and it means I behold, I look at, or I see. Verbs that end in mai or o mai are called deponent verbs. A deponent verb is a verb which has a middle or passive form, but an active ending. Let me repeat that. A deponent verb is middle or passive in form, but active in meaning. Number 30, thelema, would be the cognate noun of a verb that you have had previously, thelo. Thelo means I wish, I will, I want, I desire, and so this noun thelema is a wish, a want, a desire, or someone's will, as in the will of God. Now you see the ma on the end of the noun. This is a neuter third declension word like pneuma or onema. Here we have thelema, and so the genitive is thelematos. It's neuter, and as we've said, it means will or want, or wish, or desire. Number 31 is a verb, keruso, that means I proclaim or I preach. The cognate noun, kerygma, is a word that you will run across in your biblical studies, the kerygma, that which has been proclaimed or that which has been preached. Number 32 is another one of these iota sigma feminine third declension nouns, and the paradigm for this is on page 2-15 in your grammar using the word dunamis. This word is krisis, and so the genitive is kriseos, has a long os for the genitive. It's feminine, and it means judgment. Number 33, malon, is an adverb that means more or rather or all the more. Number 34, mede, is a combination of the negative me and the conjunction de. So we call this a conjunction, and it means nor, or and not, or but not. Sometimes you'll see in text a clause beginning with mede, and then the second part of the clause with another mede, and the definition would be neither such and such nor such and such. Number 36, musterion, is a neuter second declension noun. So the genitive is musteriu, it's neuter, and it means mystery in the sense of something which God reveals, that God makes known, a revelation that is known only because God has revealed it. Number 37 is an irregular verb, highly constipated. Oida. This verb, believe it or not, is perfect in form, but present in meaning. It means I know, just like genosko. Now, you're used to seeing reduplication in front of a perfect verb, and actually the long diphthong, omicron iota, does represent the reduplication here. Also, you're used to seeing a kappa for a perfect verb. This verb, and hang on to your seats, folks, this is called a second perfect because there is no kappa. There are several verbs where in the perfect tense there is no kappa, probably because it would have been too difficult to say the word. But it does have the correct ending for an indicative verb form in the perfect tense, an alpha ending. So oida, you oida know it. Oida means I know. Number 38 is a high-frequency word. It's the relative pronoun. Here in the masculine form, hos Cartwright. The feminine would be he, and the neuter is ho. Now, each one of those words, hos, or he, or ho, or any of their forms, can mean who, which, or what. Remember, you want to be very careful that you do not confuse the neuter form ho with the masculine definite article ho. The neuter relative pronoun has both rough breathing and an accent, whereas the masculine definite article only has rough breathing. It does not have an accent. So be very careful with this word. By the way, the same would be true of the feminine form too, wouldn't it? Where the feminine form of the relative pronoun has both rough breathing and an accent, and the definite article only has rough breathing. Number 39 is a verb, horao. That means I see. Number 40 has the same meaning as number 34. It is a combination of the negative particle u and the conjunction de, and again means neither or nor. Number 41 is a masculine second declension noun, uranos, and the genitive, uranu. It's masculine, and it means heaven or sky. Number 42 is a conjunction. That means therefore. Now this conjunction, just like the conjunction de, is a post-positive conjunction. And do you recall that when we said that de is post-positive, that means it never occurs as the first word in a sentence, even though in English we would translate the word first. It will usually be found as the second word. Post-positive means after the first position. Post, after, positive meaning the first position. Number 43 is an adverb, pantote. You see the word pan as part of the spelling here. And it means always, or at all times. Number 44 is a word much like hamartia. This is a neuter third declension noun, however, paraptoma, and so the genitive is paraptomatos. It's neuter, and it means the same thing as hamartia. It means sin or wrongdoing. Number 45 is a masculine second declension noun, peresmos. The genitive is peresmu. It's masculine, and it means a period or process of testing, a trial, or a temptation. You'll find this word in the Lord's Prayer. Number 46, pistis. Another one of these feminine nouns that ends in iota sigma, just like the paradigm on page 2-15 in your grammar. And so the genitive is pisteos, a long os on the end of the genitive. It is feminine, and it means faith or belief, trust, faithfulness. and it would be a cognate of the verb pisteuo, meaning I believe, I have faith in, I trust. Number 47 is a 2-1-2 adjective, poneros. Now, what would the feminine be if there is a ro before the ending? The feminine would end in an alpha, ponera. Remember, if you have a ro or an iota before the ending and the adjective follows first declension forms, then it will end in an alpha rather than an eta. And the neuter would be poneron. Poneros, ponera, poneron. And this adjective means evil or bad, wicked, sinful. It's another adjective that we find in the Lord's Prayer. Number 48 is a neuter second declension noun, probaton. The genitive is probatu. It is neuter, and it means sheep. Number 49 is a deponent verb. What's a deponent verb? It's one which is middle or passive in form, but active in meaning. This verb, ruomai, has very much the same meaning as sozo. Ruomai means I deliver, I rescue, I save. It is a verb which is found in the Lord's Prayer in Matthew. Number 50 is a feminine third declension noun, sarx. You can find a paradigm of this word in your grammars on page 2-11. You notice the genitive is sarkos, kappa omicron sigma. It is feminine, and this is the word for flesh. Number 51 is an adverb, semeron, meaning today. Give us today our daily bread. Again, this word is found in the Matthean version of the Lord's Prayer. Number 52, skotos. It's a noun which is a neuter third declension noun which is formed like the neuter noun ethnos. And you'll find a paradigm of this noun on 2-14 in your grammar. So the genitive would be skotus, sigma, kappa, omicron, tau, omicron, upsilon, sigma. The genitive looks like a masculine plural accusative in the second declension, doesn't it? And just be real careful of this. Look at the paradigm and read the notes that are there to explain to you what has happened. It is a neuter noun, and this noun means darkness. Number 53 is a feminine first declension alpha-type noun, Sophia. The genitive is Sophias. It is feminine, and it means wisdom. You've heard of the famous St. Sophia Cathedral in Constantinople, or what is today called Istanbul. This is one of the great centers of what used to be an Orthodox cathedral, but when the Muslims took over the city of Constantinople in 1425, St. Sophia's was changed into a mosque, and then later into a museum. Number 54, teleoo. We get a word teleology from this root, and it means I complete, I bring to a finish, I end, I fulfill. Number 55 is a feminine first declension eta-type noun, hupomone. The genitive is hupomones. It's feminine, and it means perseverance, endurance, or patient perseverance, or patient endurance, or steadfastness. Number 56 is a feminine alpha type first declension noun, chara. The genitive is charas. It's feminine, and it's the word for joy, happiness. Number 57 is a feminine third declension noun. Now, just because you see it ending in iota sigma, it does not necessarily mean it follows a paradigm like pistis or dunamis. In fact, if you'll look at your grammar on page 2-10 at the top, you'll see a paradigm of this word, charis. This is the word for grace. The genitive is charitos. Now, what you need to be very careful of with this noun is the singular accusative form. You would think that it would be spelled charita, ending in an alpha, but it doesn't. It's irregular in the accusative, and it is charin. Ki, alpha, rho, iota, nu. And since this is a high-frequency, very important word in the New Testament, memorize that accusative ending because you'll see it a lot. Okay, let's go back to the beginning and do some practice, a drill with the vocabulary list 5. I'll give you the initial entry of the word, and you finish out the lexical entry with definition. Agathos. Agathos, agathe, agathon, good. Axios. Axios, axia, axion, worthy. You notice I'm skipping around as a test for you. Erotao. I ask, I request. Eucharistia. Eucharistia, Eucharistias, feminine, thanksgiving. Allelon. One another, each other. Remember, for this word, this is the plural genitive form, and all you need to do is give me the definition here. Aphiemi. I forgive. I let go. I remit. I tolerate. Genao. I give birth to. I beget. Malon. More, rather, more than. Meter. Meter, metros, feminine, mother. Sarx. Sarx, sarkos, feminine, flesh. Chara. Chara, charas, feminine, joy. Agapetos. agapetos, agapete, agapeton, beloved. Hamartia, hamartia, hamartias, feminine, sin, wrongdoing. Paraptoma, paraptoma, paraptomatos, neuter, sin, wrongdoing. Exousia, exousia, exousias, feminine, authority. Ergon, ergon, ergu, neuter, work or deed. Theaomai, I behold, I look at. Thelema, thelema, thelematos, neuter, will, wish, want, desire. Sophia, Sophia, Sophias, feminine, wisdom. Charis, charis, charitos, feminine, grace. Anthropos, anthropos, anthropou, masculine, man, person, human being, humankind. Aner, aner, andros, masculine, male or man or husband. Aphesis, aphesis, apheseos, feminine, forgiveness. Ek, ek plus the genitive, from, out from among, or by. Elpis, elpis, elpidos, feminine, hope. Eucharisteo, I thank, I give thanks. Mede, neither, nor. Mysterion, mysterion, mysteriu, neuter, mystery. Oida, I know. Hos. Hos, he, ho. Who or which or what. Pistis. Pistis. Pisteos. Feminine. Belief. Faith. Trust. Faithfulness. Perismos. Perismos. Perismu. Masculine. Temptation. Trial. Period of testing. Gay. Gay. Gaze. Feminine. Land. Earth. Ground. Dunamis. Dunamis. Dunameos. Feminine. Power. Auxano. I grow. I grow up. I mature. Poneros. Poneros. Ponera. Poneron. Bad. Evil. Wicked. Que ruso. I preach, I proclaim. Crisis. Crisis. Chryseos. Feminine. Judgment. Genao. I give birth to, I beget. Diakoneo. I serve, I minister. Epigenosis. Epigenoseos. Feminine. Knowledge. Horao. I see. Uranos. Uranos. Uranu. Masculine. Heaven or sky. Therefore. Pantote. Always. Angelos. Angelos. Angelu. Masculine. Angel. Messenger. Alos. Alos, ale, alo, and it means another or other. Remember, the neuter does not have a nu on the end. Be careful there. This ends side 2.